then near D and Neddy and also be encomo. And of all the matches neighbors in Indiana, the person me casa found Kakla the match of course of Bergamo. The match between Atlanta and Bayern Munich. Now, what follow me from last season? Yebo Club World Cup no I've been this season. I've always been consistent. Say across Europe, the reason why I'm here uncle for Emma Bayern Munich the mileage. Omo deserve to say over Africa Hanuma any Ghana Hanuma your preference. Liga ye Tashi Pano, the English Premier League. And that is why I'm here uncle for every class be say Arsenal. Uncle for every class be to say Manchester City. Any Chelsea near day. But so we are a lover of the Bundesliga. You will agree with me, and I've always said it here. Say, so we teams on mobile Europe in here, the most consistent team and a form team a bono. Say football year dinukra. And could this also win the Champions League this season has always been Bayern Munich. They've been so consistent. Now, come on, we said the last time a Bayern Munich ball match, Oman Shego was a Club World Cup match on board against Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah.
From Paris Saint-Germain match on board in the Club World Cup. Jamal Musiala could plan on by 2-0. From that match, no, yeah, share season I say about men. In October they share the Bundesliga. So in the Bundesliga, in the DFB Pokal, in the Champions League, Bayern Munich abo getting to 40 matches, if I'm right. Of all the 40 matches, every match, Oman Shekurano, the Oman one goal near Kitwebi. Into a 2+ goals, no more. They've been so consistent this season, and the reason why I won't that mileage and I say needed attention. My Bayern didn't say on here Bundesliga and Bibre, and I'm called Bergamo. Shown by 6-1. Now the scoreline no beautiful, but what is even more beautiful no how Bayern Munich for lining up in the absence of almost key players are still. Atlanta by 6-1.
Nicholas Jackson, no. I'm funny say.
I come so because Nicholas Jackson. Better snake. Now you turn on. I was here and I was.
Somebody the
Nicholas Jackson man enter.
Sam go for no my Jackson ko for Della Bay no. See dum 2 tables so. You fu mochi. Na yes, you hwe mu nsemu. You hwe mu nsemu.
Kobana and no Bayern Munich match no mo boy. What one hwe no. Bayern Munich started match no. Without their usual goalkeeper Manone, he was absent. Wambobi. Bayern Munich able game without their usual left back. Also Wambobi. The Alfonso Davis. Also Ambobi. Obe any more no ma. Jamal Musiala and Chelsea. And a Hurricane so and Chelsea. So on a normal day, Bayern Munich are going to line up with Manone and Bubu.
So Bokakra no pride.
No pride.
I pride.
Yeah. On any normal day, Bayern Munich are going to line up with Manone and Wambobi. On any normal day, Bayern Munich are going to line up with Jamal Musiala Wambobi. On any normal day, Bayern Munich are going to line up with Hurricane on Wambobi. With all this absenteeism, no, still Bayern Munich fought me to Atlanta by 6-1. And he would say, and I say, oh, teams now, are likely so much we need the championship. And I say, the Champions League now, bra, sister, don't forget Bayern Munich. Now, we Arsenal, no, Cobra. The level of Bayern Munich in the football could do this season for all team. What for 40 matches this season? That's every match or Shegwa. Then that team no teamer almost yet favorite. So much we need the Champions League this season. Now and now right after the match, now the conversations around Mikel Olise Eba Bontin. Now once again, I dear friend bias. And then Ebia won't finish panity. Ebia now count some fun honor. Answer daddy. This season, the conversation around Nipo we need the Ballon d'Or this season. No one will be anyone more about Mikel Olise. Because now, Mikel Olise abo 37 games in all competition this season. The goals and assist contribution 41. What kind of goals? Any assist woman 41. Hurricane. When the goals and assist okabuma 35. Lama Yama, the goals and assist okabuma 22. Now remember say, baby Mikel Olise bono kwabra honma na Lama Yama. So what can Lama Yama goals and assist woman? It is 22. What can Mikel Olise goals and assist woman? It is 41. So the number of goals contribution, Mikel Olise I demand by Muchino, it is almost double the Lama Yama I for Barcelona. It's so conversation around the Ballon d'Or. refi go for year niamo. Go for year niamo and that is one thing Barcelona supported last season again. Now omo year the hype around Lamine Yamal. If you have been very consistent, that's it. We are very honest. The numbers Mikel Lewis produced this season, it is ridiculous to say the least. So about 37 games, not so to me share 41 goals and assists. Then it means you are in a top shape. Hurricane crying bomb also. Into Bamuntin for any winner and in Niano, it is testament to the fact that Oko Germany, but I didn't hype name hype order. German football, a team in Indiana, hype, there's no way say German for me, Nipa say, Nipa can DBM money, Anka. Lamine Yamal na ko Spain na ko understand me say ko na Ballon d'Or trophy the question is similar. But it is different how a German for more play football. How we move see football say a yin yana, it is a collective effort, not an individual effort. And that is when the conversation around Mikel Lewis no kobra en shada basro. But so with him he's in the conversation say ba mo team for to win league win pokal no et win the Champions League na. This boy has got a clear shot. So between we need the Ballon d'Or the next edition ebe so nti ba mo team for no to me ko ye adwuma no 6-1. The return leg na dey na to say adwuma no o ma ye wia no. Na and the matches paso. Now, proud to the matches, no, na manager Leon Rosine, Chelsea manager, no, wedding come say, ono de, oni number one, oni obi number one, na obi between other. It has a Flip Jorgens between other, and a Robert Sanchez between other. Ono de oni number one, don't believe inside there, no. But the moment a manager na cast some no, or person try say, just goalkeepers ni amuni amuni
na you would team in number one.
Ye ni bi ho. Ye ni bi ho no. The moment o cast and mean say it is a signal to Chelsea paying for say some to kofa obia or an upgrade over the omo honu mini ediba. Jorgens and Robert Sanchez ko omo mini.
Empams are two goalkeepers.
In case empom mini, I say
ko okay was empam.
Inte say ba akoko. Ne kofa obia.
Your Robert Sanchez no ma bench goalkeeper.
No. Ko bra omo yenu ni amonya de. In any team, it team be on my we asima ba. Ye ni number 1. Yeah, you number 1.
So the more number 1 Robert Sanchez.
I know so yenti manager na ka say only number 1 there. Meaning say just from paying for kofa number 1.
Nah, Robert Sanchez mistakes been why this season. Cause Chelsea.
Why be brave?
Sir.
Why be brave?
Sanchez no.
Yeah, we should Chelsea matches are coming.
To a problem,
yeah, you need cry, you say them cry, no cry, sounds quite mistake. It's a big problem for the Chelsea. Team the opposite winning championship points away beyond. But my team yes, we elite goalkeeper. Manchester United more kwakwa.
Na Barca glory days no. Omo de Victor Vardy so.
Barca had an
no number 1 with Spain.
Barca different. Barca had an exceptional team. That team na Barca produce no.
Ain't team exceptional.
Yeah, exceptional team. Yeah, world champions
there. We cup champions there.
Barca produce.
We there any exceptional
team. It is a generational team. And it's difficult for you to replicate. Don't you for Chelsea team into Barcelona for team, you know. And that is why here, omo captain Victor Vardy next any mono union. But we need in China. Team you work so successful biano. Let's go keeper. Team Bain. Manchester United had goalkeeper doing Van der Sar. Van der Sar for more for David hereby. Look at the transition and the quality. Real Madrid, Eke Casillas, and Thibaut Courtois. Look at the saves away.
Thibaut Courtois yamana mpamano.
Yampamano. Okaso ko Madrid.
Thibaut Courtois.
The contract baby.
No
Chelsea.
No mudi na temba pa. Say the mudi Sanchez atem ya. Say what you want to be. Chelsea Courtois. Say what you want to be.
For Courtois, the enemy somewhat try to renew.
Chelsea.
Yes.
Want is no more Courtois.
Hey. They are what I heard some person really about.
Courtois. Not Chelsea for Nyadano.
Chelsea didn't go Nyadano. Chelsea didn't call Lunu Atletico Madrid. Okay. And Mourinho buy Mourinho Peter Cech no. Now Mourinho say only 2 captains. The number 1 Courtois. At that time, the contract na Caribbean. Yeah, boy na extend the contract. Into Courtois the only way. Into Kobana manager no say Chelsea Kofa and number 1 goalkeeper. Any team be on number 1. Now ahead of that match, no, na Chelsea Paris against Paris Saint-Germain. The recent memories of Chelsea against Paris Saint-Germain the Club World Cup. Now, what we some match in Viano. No form underestimate Chelsea quality kutomo any
onasa oyebeka no kra na yeko sa game nim de yemfa bibia anto nchen se we Chelsea fan we bibia na PSG e far better
okay
enom ye far favorite e Chelsea ti de no bia kan bia no deserve so work and mu pull surprise
surprise it is the culture of Chelsea facing adversaries as you say. Who can I call you Champions League? The first one I call you Champions League. You need Napoli. ye ko Naples mo share 3-1
na Satan
illa any sign boys no mo share 3-1
Satan Napoli ni Chelsea wan na jina so
kobna ye ko Napoli mo share 3-1
enti mo na mo san ho mo ko je 3-1 am betem
ye ba Stamford you be 4-1 the road to Champions League final na me trip no
and am betem
ye be share Barcelona the odds were against Chelsea. How many times the Messi penalty boss said me boy omo hiti po ni ade Chelsea at possession say Chelsea 10 kula me nyi nyai Chelsea converted bibia na Chelsea etumi yomu film even the final kula winning against Bayern Munich nkura no the odds were against Chelsea. The next Champions League game winning against Manchester City yeah come matching with the same thing. Manchester City were clear favorite again against Paris Saint-Germain yeah ko Club World Cup no you say Chelsea omo more favorite be winning account. So it is in the culture and the DNA of Chelsea. Say anytime there's adversary, anytime the odds are against Chelsea biano, they come up on top. And that is our style. It is say come matches me more dear. You never saw a bit and say DJ Planet mom say share 5 near the and Chelsea still mo 3-0. So that is our style. So we can say team name me so much Chelsea 5 new. That is why we like it. And that is when Chelsea they rise up to the occasion. So against Paris Saint-Germain, look. PSG for Neman Kuye for Emomo. Even like recently, Monaco shown by 3-1. And Neman Kuye for him. I would have liked PSG San come won't be a pick. Nako no mubon another day Panumbuisha Chelsea at that time. Or hold on Chelsea boys no. Sorry. So PSG need Chelsea match neighbor no. Look, Osman Dembele like it to between started. Desire Due, your boy, I like it to between started. Then Veche Koreskara so you likely some between started. So these are the front tray here in him so between started. In fifth round no. Why me Zeri? Any Vitina, any Lee Canley. Among the players a bit me outside. Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz. I don't think so.
Portugal Neves.
Yeah, Jan Neves also are returning but on said and if it be you between us here. But Nipo only injury absent here Fabian Ruiz. Into only absent. But Chelsea so Estava on the boys need near air back. The boy, the star boy of the moment. Yeah, Pedro. Come on. Yeah, Pedro is on form.
Star boy of the moment
for Chelsea.
For Chelsea.
Yeah, Pedro. Yeah, Pedro. It's been a long time at Chelsea. Yeah, striker.
Yeah, for Imbuemo. Imbuemo there. Imbuemo there. We na abo Premier League last year and this year. You come goes Boma Imbuemo 2.
Yeah, Pedro goes.
Dabi. This is last year and this year.
No. It's last year they came. You can this year.
This year.
It's yeah, Pedro. Available.
This is say yeah, Pedro and him same.
Oh, enye belibiasa.
Yeah, Pedro.
Dabi.
Marco Krea returning from Marco Krea returning from you. So Krea is going to be available. I say the one almost all the Chelsea players in India available. If I call one or return, but still almost all risk on the Cole will be absent. Estava Abanom. So Chelsea have good players are almost returning and the depth in bench. It is very important because Estava you so free bench but what is actually Chelsea 4 team no Garnacho the last match he who the Garnacho Edema Chelsea yes Kobana
ti Paris Garnacho
Kobana second ni mu ya Chelsea wins no Pedro Neto any Kopama
and so ho ya won pa
Paris moko Paris
Garnacho and say Chelsea
I was surprised for
money Aston Villa
Aston Villa
in the lead up to Club World Cup finals now we are optimistic say Chelsea beat because Mekais are here no catch and say as far as me concerned, let me a member of the sports team. So commentary, no, or cast of them, I am a commentary. Or is somebody who is emotional.
Okay.
Who is emotional? What my commentary be try when we or the jaw and day. So much in your bishop page to all my commentary. Menen come and let so we nominated another person on my commentary.
Match with the Nanka.
So I'm surprised.
And Kamia Baby. Kamia Majai.
I also tried that story, so I may not come. What I said, me no, I can't say commentary.
My point is say Chelsea were no favourite, but Chelsea war the DNA say matches are only favorite, matches are also against them. Rise up to the occasion, and that is what I said. Clearly, PSG were the favourite.
But we know the odds against Chelsea, isn't it?
PSG team is not strong.
No, my person just say focus PSG.
But also there,
to you
also Oma
Omuna saying also
over betting na also no ye slightly in favor of PSG.
And that is when Chelsea rise up. Kukurela is available, regimes are available, all those players are available. The bench is good, and I think say on evidence of the Chelsea against Paris Saint-Germain at the Club World Cup. Look, I think that Chelsea is going to win this match.
Okay.
Chelsea will Paris and they're really going to win it.
That's
a winning match.
Okay. Layers, no, according to Layers. Master, Mr. Bowtie.
Cabra.
Office way. ade oya juma bank da
na we say bi another kura na ma na see we betwem na bi akasa time me manager 2 days.
Okay.
Wa
kan se mu ya zo nya da.
So my Sam me you free sports.
We
be produce or thing e won a late afternoon show.
Enyum na ya obo.
We be producer na.
Za
2 days na juma be.
Anka beto mi boot ni me jesi so.
And yeah. PM say mama na kan news.
Se.
Planet DJ.
Adwempa ni utirim ti wunya. Yenko. Yenko.
Baba yenche tie for na. Instant our protocols. I could talk and Bernard no ye. Akla ne kwa so so ye. Ahobrasie ni pa brand ho asepa osompa nti. I could talk and ye ukuada. Ochana ya wada. Ade che fiada me ne I call meeting. Ejire so no anim say we meeting dada. And I Richie, wafa Richie ho.
Oh Richie dey say dey bia.
I
che me fa. No. Ono watimi di machine ba be.
Channel fan ko Richie.
Ono watimi di machine ba be yemi ho adu.
Okay. Some po utina say utino de ne mold na ye. Utino mold ne ntini ye na. Me na DJ na newscaster. Kabra yenchi obi akuwa so jakasim na stand all the existing protocols na yenin komo kakra. Me hear anra match anra me hear 2 of the matches. Make a some briefly, but Tottenham and Atletico Madrid, no. That's some incident. BC, I'm very, very interested. I was Tottenham against Atletico Madrid, but for me personally, I'm one person. I am always against the fact say, if you are the energy with Twitter, they can Andrea you as some say. Why be me enemy? I don't buy that. And then the fact say, why we dreaming mu ache? And this ufrim now kokra still I am I don't buy it. The only thing you bet me the amount any respect. Show respect for working with NT. We are juma only dinchama juma. We are now kwana babaka. We only show you respect as a former staff. Opportunity to enter some offices will be any opportunity. But you say obesumenti yanhwe wabra na uguso som na yehwe ne de I don't buy that. And then again anya obi success na be limit no na odi aye wo gain. No, you shouldn't ride on anybody's shoulder indiscriminately. So what would be now there. This happened to Enra. You go to the sunny amount for eating at time. Me I see it from different angle. And they say Christian Romero, captain for Tottenham, was criticizing the buys at Tottenham and they say the players of Motono and who dividend or more expecting, especially Tottenham was with defense. I'm ready because say be England where now say European football no bit my comment. Elsewhere because agent captain every same and I say you in a free home. And that is how the world is. Papa Nick head but it's no crash a dim back up. Around 15 minutes of Enra Champions League match between Tottenham Hotspur and Atletico Madrid, no. Na Tottenham for a conceded 3 goals. 3 goals. Now around 15-16 minutes, you know, and Christian Romero echo go to the echo kasa guna sum obi anti asam kro. Within 2 minutes later, 17 minutes ni change Kinski, Antonio Kinski, the free Tottenham goalkeeper. So Obia presume say and non comma Christian Romero and then he go to the Cocody and so already now he go to the I imagine say my favorite number 1 Vicario Guillermo Vicario or man start because on yard no cover Antonio Kinski and the 17th minute no changing the film because for considered 3 goals and Obia can say wa end the boy in the career were causing emotional trauma and all those stuff. That is where I have a diverse opinion to Nyankrofuaka. You see, as coach Biane, the little mistake of a player, it me my saki coach. Coach bet me the team ye, the little mistake of a referee, it changes the dynamics. Match no any who near cause to say we are goalkeeper na nyadie. But at the end of the season, no, you're comparing now Boma, yes, we lose this number of matches when to me on Champions League, when to me on league into Yenidi. Obiara be free ne goalkeeper be another player be and goalkeeper ni career, yes, it is very good. So Obiara no very passionate about Obiara ni progression. But who progression and it's a limit obisu dream or person no. Who progression shouldn't limit obisu dream or person. For a goalkeeper, we consider 3 goals within 17 minutes. Yes, I see. Anyhow, I know shaky. Now the way I know see a jittery. Coaching so lose so much. I look at Tottenham stage of moves this year. So he want to also save the career and then the contract with Tottenham Hotspur to obey in the film. And here none of the earliest substitution a coach be here. But being a goalkeeper is there unless injury and then change your move free. But Tottenham are all pre-relegation. Tottenham are only a can't say FA Cup, only Carabao Cup, Naka Champions League, none the performance room, and none the goalkeeper enya there. And as a coach, if it means to change goalkeeper and bet to me, ama when you the needed resource and I was stable normal Obenya. Though o change Kinski at the Vicario Guillermo Vicario Bayern also be considered too. But me for me as a coach near better man and as a leader a decision one can be responsible for and it's so taking you obedient. And yes I'm changing or beko emotional trauma the performance beko from the career ebe saying to no min keeping wom at the end of the day you show 8-0 and at 10-0 you also go. Until we are saying one, nobody should think about obi general. No, obi and general. Aye, near nipenya free until I also general. No, na near your free free hopper on general ubium. Nobody should say so or young goalkeeper or man a chance. None the man a chance or man a chance will be you any channel 5-0, 6-0, 5-0, 6-0. Or no so ya bepamo. So in as much as you're passionate about you should be also passionate about yourself. And this is what do be but no, it doesn't happen. And to or more so ne carry goalkeeper carry looking at one side, forgetting Tottenham and Koje. To be a Tottenham Beji League, and I Tottenham Premier League career, and they have a very good position our Champions League. That is fine. But this time of Master one here taught him on a crown so changing free team Nimu team stabilize it. No they save the contractor. He is good to go and I support him with 100 bags of cement. The next match, no me share Liverpool and Galatasaray. Now I can say and I'm on to a Turkish government and Turkish president to revive Turkish football. Na yebehu the Turkey football yenim Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, Trabzonspor, Istanbul, Başakşehir ne hwan mu nyina. In fact it is in course. Open stadium bakwa omuye very violent the positive way. Omuye very rousy. Omuye bia omudede etim change the status of the game. Won kana unja for Galatasaray for Sukuru Sarakuku stadium or so. Omo ene
Fenerbahce for stadium.
Ene Fenerbahce we mo de ene Complexly. Okay, very fine. And almost stadium is very rousy stadium. And Liverpool for so there some stadium here it is specially made Liverpool for what you chirwa na omo de na ba chibonachim. The number of nkofo about stadium and the kind of love Musho Chere Victor Osimhen. In fact, I could feel Turkish football is back. Now at Liverpool, one of our mistakes is near up to now, and slot maintain what and say when you have a team of revival Motimia League, the core of the team is there. Nipa Bakopa Oko your right back. I still can't think about the decision say obey that major signing in the team. I change the spine of the team. The team are changing say want to mean got 90 million pound striker and back some better bench. Want to mean got 215 million euros striker some better bench. Want to mean got over 100 million euros midfielder in the shape of from vet some better bench. No. On bench Obama started. Almost it looks like Liverpool or more apart from Hugo Ekiteke, our on and off, no, or buys in the summer last year, and successful for them. From Jeremy Frimpong to the rest of Maba, or buys and successful for them. Na niema Jane say, no more what the spine of the team, or more core of the team, but it looks very ridiculous. Some we that major buys now, changing the status quo of their team. And it is not one person that's all responsible. The whole Liverpool fraternity should be responsible because almost sporting director, almost coach, almost technical steady team, apart from our technical team. So those major signings, born or more banner, looks like Stella. No, they have not formed a formidable team. When the going becomes tough, and Liverpool will make it any clear case for them. Okay. But finally,
what finance?
My finally. Okay, young quite.
Okay. BBD essential oil. Na essential oil we oil I was so timinya bi. Na we bema etimima bema ye no enso si pinesita. Na beboa ma bema no efiri nketo ayem etimi aban ne kasiyem. Na se be group a ben large no. Na ama obema na ye thick abua ama wife and our girlfriend no nani agye ho pa se ne na gye ho bia ebetia ba beduru ho na ma memfa nto wanim se ade tie ene se ebetia aboa wo na ama bema no enso etimi agina so ye pa apem abre bia opɛ bia during sex nti ebetia aboa ama na gina so musa wo menum bio ontiment a ebetia aboa ama obi a oyensa wiam aton nsem agyansa nom once and for all ti ade a we no eboa pa available ewo herbal and pharmacy shops nyina e Ghana ha nyina 0502011421 0502011421 enti eno no happy birthday enkoma Chaluba Emmanuel Benya Chaluba special happy birthday enkoma ene 11th of March 2026 and every 11th of March biano awoda da ye wo ba wiasim enti ene nyame edi mfie baako aka umfie ho nyame nsraw no mfa mfie bebre enka umfia watime nya no ho woyɛ adwuma radio visa ti nyame nka ho na de opre hwe nyina no ɛno nso entimi mrem adwuma woyɛ nyina no ya de akwanim bebre mi amenua Chaluba sister Tanu say me wish you happy birthday and for another one to a brand your friend say insiraba kojo no ma kojo ye kojo semensia insiraba kojo of and as a formerly of radio visa happy birthday and come on baby I will be ani adwuma wo nyina no nyame nsua so no nto nsupangu so na enkwa anim na de kojo pese wo ye ne dachi nyina no and also entimi mre manti happy birthday and come insaba kojo eno eye ma kojo no nyame nsua bebre another one and so enkoma FT awo KPK FT uwo KPK happy birthday and come on OBN say oh show happy birthday udin FT uwo KPK yes fine boy nyame sure na onka hono onye akoma so ade nyina enso enfama FT sabokore
nakopa ndombo kopa
ya famous no
go for di on birthday
go for the birthday pa
my birthday na ya we show well we are very come at the amo and Wednesday
Wednesday I don't even know okay
because be a Thursday
okay and Wednesday enko are uzika asa uzika asa ni bisa so uzika asa eno bebre pa
Because if you ever.
I'm going.
Because if you ever. Oh, you're going. Okay. Any mama mishas here. Unim set now. Ghana Premier League Embassy Entino the MTN FA Cup round of 8 down. Nice, which is quarter final, and also a Barcelona. Na ebesa see Saturday. Na Saturday no yeba one game. Diana Stars omo bo etia Techima Liberty Youth. Na venue no na Fosuji Abo Park. Na so Sunday no and also Korean Nations FC omo bo etia Brekum Chelsea and also Nana Fosu Abo Park. It's 2 games way ebetwa Nana Fosu Abo Park. Na fem adechi Sunday additional 2 games. First game on Dreams FC Omobo etia Hearts of Lions and Cape Coast Stadium and a game on Basso Yenomiansa and a game on Ebetumia personal fee and put a numero so yenya atram divisa obo and then etia media ma atram divisa fui e ba no MTN Cup na omomodimbo was so papa omobo etia media man 7 p.m. Cape Coast Stadium and the MTN FA Cup quarterfinals and I made on some at the ama wono onim san Drajora na show is on the captain according come bre at the afa World Cup je kono ehon. First of all see an kancho bibia sa ukobisa na sem ebia Ghana ye be here additions bia because no because on no adwen kire pa de Ghana sisi ade je wo players na omo ball qualifiers no omo capable say omo betumi aboa na World Cup no etumi enso akoye niema e wo ho papa into say ye bisa ne dia on opinion although onye technical staff dia par sankoro wo sa tumi na nka Ghana de nka players no mo ball e qualifiers no omo deserve some ko World Cup.
I think the players that have played the qualifiers have done extremely well. I don't think we need any additions. I think that we have a good team. I think that as time goes on, we are improving. You know, we don't have much time to train together. We always have 1 or 2 days that we play a game. It's not always easy, but it goes on. We're improving. We're getting to gel. We're getting to know each other. The unity is getting better. Everything is being positive. Everything is growing. So this is the right time to have change. To be honest, I'm not coach, I'm not so it's up to the coach to decide, anything. We just want to go out there and put in a good show, and that's a technical part. And that technical part is the coach who knows what he needs and what he needs to add to the team and what, But for me, I just think that, we just need to go out there. Whoever is going to represent Ghana needs to go out there and put in a show, that's it.
Jordan Ayew no also to us so what say players need them so mo nyina omo believe in themselves so mo jo mo di say adwuma no omo betumi aje na asem we kan die all the players and confirm mo bia nje ne ho di say adwuma na ye kwakoye in a World Cup no obi a betumi aye adwuma no simple.
Like, we need to prepare well ourselves, first of all, we need to believe in ourselves that we can go out there and put in a show. No one is going there. We're not going to spend. The preparation is starting from now, and we're not going to spend, 1 month or 2 months in America, just to go there and just to visit the country. There's no point. I don't mean we're going to win the World Cup. I want to make it clear, but what I mean is that we'll go out there and perform, and we'll do as best as we can. And obviously, when we go in and put in a show, you never know what can happen. With a bit of luck, anything can happen, so we'll go out there and put in a show and make sure that we stay humble, we stay focused, and try to do our best, and hopefully we'll start.
And I was some at so I say and can't show BBS no on to me and promise or my conquer Ghana for say walk up ya ye bedu quarter fan, ye bedu semi fan, ye bedu fan or say that be on to me say but the Ohiane say Ghana supporters somebody GD and I'm feeling pieball a better time machi.
I don't know what the dream is. The dream is obviously to go out there and to put in a show and to get to as far as we can. But I cannot assure you it's going to be quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. let's just stay calm and prepare well, work hard, get ourselves together. Positive energy around the team. That's really important because at the end of the day in football you need the luck.
Yeah.
So obviously I think with all those things, with the positivity of the support and the prayers and everything, I think we'll go out there and put in a show and
Tiano, captain for the senior soccer team, the Black Stars of Ghana, Jordan Ayun, come on, to train here. And Edibi, and so at the amount of young free and also na young copy more. Our Hawkeye United. What I'm saying here no, or more GFA disciplinary committee. I find no more a year 3 matches home, and I say home games, 3 matches. Or more able away from home. Next, I know you're so trained. Echo Ede Ama or more. And on Kasama Farm, your friend Mr. Francis Agboibo. What could you come out from? Was one thing the same. Although this fine, and as I so trained, I know a thing, and keeping for and Shannon Munya who be and far and mom. And I feel so. What's a referee this season? I'm on one bonnet form. What's a referee Maxwell Hansen Biom? A referee way. Or say, no, I'm game my money media boy no. So omo catch there kwan amafo so mo win crowd bi anjintie o se bro mo bre ho referee decisions poor enti empenifo so hwe na omo nya ho adwuma papa.
You see, I'm so hurt that people are not really even ready to talk about the performance of Maxwell Hansen on Sunday in Takwa. The things that Wawa United went through to come out with that victory, it is one of the worst officiating decisions I have seen in the history of the Ghana Premier League. But we are not talking about that. It's so pathetic. But here we are. All we are saying is the disciplinary committee of the Ghana Football Association should look at the presidents. They should look at us as a club and try to temper justice with mercy. They should lower the sanction.
Okay, team, and also Kasama for Hoho United, Mr. Francis Agboibo, and someone on also Eriko 2, I don't know, Yanko Piemu, our Cape Coast Mysterious Abusian Dwarfs. I'm also, Sisia Diaba, yes, say, GFA Disciplinary Committee, I charge you 5 matches home games, I'm also far away from home. And it's Albert Kaiser. Yes, okay, Yabando 5 matches. Because Obakaya na you be videos have say in simple fidelity Cape Coast no mo no see akan no after the game not just say akoye den passer referee be free Agro pamano so gidigidi pa almost program referee free so ja referee more na form say kan nya ne ho adwuma be videos nyina e de kire ha enti say 5 matches embo no fie me born far away from home and ye banner GFA disciplinary committee e de akọ Ede ama Cape Coast Mysterious Abusian Dwarfs ano ene nsemo a efri ho ede eba na Panama for head coach edi nkomo se nkancho bi say Ghana egi mu omeko no 2-2 pa omo ne Ghana gidigidi pa omo ntwen emfa emaye say the only goal keys top scorer e wo Nigeria league ni mu Ochi Collins say wayera say omo last be omo boy no in February 2022 when say February 22nd February. So in the ball game we no wire. I be pem ne coach na bi wafa. Obi a hwehwe na wo hu no omofre na enko nti onim se bia nkofo na kidnapping so maye we you. Nti no so ne nsemo efi Nigeria. E dey ba ndira we so. Yemfa efi semo yensa kan ye emfa ensi ha no mo na bedwafo enso eme pensen.
House of Folk nsem bebre no. Wa hu bi yan.
Mehu but
number
say me dikan hwe ba bi efiri bansa.
I say
because baby free ban or say nyanto boase answer.
Into what say say
nyanto boase.
Clear and reliable sources. Fallout of House of Folk management emergency meeting with the playing body at Pobimine. 1 players players complain that they are psychologically unstable due to salary arrests. They argue unpaid salaries have had a psychological toll on their performance as they are unable to pay their utility bills and pay for waste disposal at the clubhouse. 2, they also complained about unpaid double bonus promised them ahead of the Hearts Kotoko Super Clash. 3, incessant insults from Hearts supporters directed at players was also discussed. They revealed that Legon Stadium field surface is hard for football games, and they sense the venue is also not spiritually favorable for the club sources. The management, comprising Hearts managing director Julius Emuna Senidino and Alhaji Akambi, promised to attend to their complaint as soon as possible to ensure the club bounces back.
Okay.
The credible sources and one House for complaints are players na demand management to abra meeting team because we see and they say player back Prince Owusu Kwabena on the see terminating the contract also contract termination.
Somebody na has for sign.
Momun terminating o metua back the contract na nko.
So what is ka? Whatever amount I have spending on this is a professional.
Mabo draw sa abeta na o
dey me kind bro for impact. Okay, players complain that they are psychologically unstable due to salary arrests.
The house players no kemomusu. They say I want pinu mukla no omo stable. Say musika sem yentua mo has been for joboka.
They argue unpaid salaries have had a psychological toll on their performance.
And sikadam salary ni yentua no and na for home affect you mo.
Man can affect you mo.
Affect you mo.
Nka o ya dia sa na tabuno na ma so onye Newcastle.
Affect you mo. Emma
affect you mo.
Omo performance.
Na affect ni twi ye dey.
Aha mo.
Aha mo ma omo modern ball pitch ne so kora akofo.
Pitch ne so akofo mate pitch
ne.
Park no.
The park here bro.
Agro so. As they are unable to pay their utility bills and pay for waste disposal at the clubhouse.
There's us boys no omo light bill, omo water bill, and ne sa bill ben keten kora no.
Omo ntimi
because of sika emba. They
also complain about unpaid double bonus promised them out of the House Kotoko Super Class.
The House Kotoko she had been for promise the boys say umenya double bonus amoje ne de betam so mienu saskani hina emai.
Incessant insults from House supporters directed at players was also discussed.
Supporters need John to come home. Our moody players not me.
Directly, only the players no so
directly. The
they review that Legon Stadium field surface is hard for football games, and they sense the venue is also not spiritually favorable for the club.
Legon field now mobile. Field nankasa so edin do inti
surface of the field.
Wow, bobo dey be
that last two
na home kra no
that last three you know ma making na a joke.
The last three
ni na a joke.
The no munya.
Field no so spiritual and the last one am ka cry say
almost double bonus inti
I know me obi who's cast on me but almost spiritually park is what then there was one thing about account ni na a joke
because
Sunday special
last 4 home games 0-0 against Dreams, 0-0 against Bichim, 0-0 against Brekum Chelsea, 0-0 against Basaka Holy Stars.
I'm tended to
4 games, 4 draws, 0 goals scored at home.
Because Osha has for Maya. Pitcher has placed in tribune for man a better snelly goes post stadium. Into Osha on performance, some quite winners who munya pitches relatively good at. On board one I was sorry
pitch man outside Pobimai. Outside Lagos Stadium or Ghana, relatively better.
Pitches be playing.
Yeah.
Abrankas in your better Lagos Stadium.
And I'm
Mediama Stadium. Lagos Stadium.
Was there? Mediama.
It has boys and person dress on Quabon here. Pitches near better than one more cost.
Omoko Weno. Omoko Bibi.
I don't cross posted.
I don't understand.
Omoko, you know, baby, any pitch, papa,
sad decision when you and before they take decisions, so move free across posted. And the boys in no move free across posted. Pitch and I'm with my customer. And mom. And I'm okay. Enti
One sent almost spiritual and so I be you wa.
And so
And more.
maybe for more addressing more.
Do months wa dia tum say. Umbewe. Na mediama phone so ne kotoko twen. O sambo na ho. Mediama phone. Yes, yes, mediama phone story agent tendende say ska bi asamba baji bi o de man.
Marketing strategy omontana.
And what you want so?
Mediama phone story agent.
That's not contrast ni baby.
Gold for na story agent say o
maji $4,000.
mediama phone kasem.
I market
Maybe I want to Africa.
Alhamdulillah, na marketing strategy.
Boy need the pay scale free koto was ana boy that person making.
Any scan or the pay or per contract or per force koto to enter to that contract agreement. And yeah, elsewhere it is done. A part of football, elsewhere it is done.
A part of football.
A bit to me cry hijack will be a deal.
What we are hearing is the breaking news is Iran for sports minister to just say work out no much with him.
Say me want.
Oh yeah,
I'm so man na match na.
Okay. On my way, on my casino. This is a statement. So they have to send a formal letter. FIFA informing FIFA of their decisions.
Obi ebeshim.
Nyempo obi mbeshim. Do you mean tram man ka say?
Yeah, ntam obi mbeshim say be another round of.
Say ni. And you make a playoff na you back from.
But ideally anka ya call FIFA tournaments na ye group anywhere. Groupings in no be free my replace.
Oh, you be replacing.
Na
be replacing.
Yeah, groupings na you.
Master, but una we politics. Many try picture you say no kure baba jama. No other.
Normal.
The mistakes no other.
No, I no kure but normal.
Yeah, you interest you make response.
So the timing of
let me say AI.
The timing of red draw no. Any bet chere. Say there's a lot of time. Time maybe the whole man.
No, rule no. It doesn't work with timing. It works saka 1 year kwana a group standings na wie. Obia nim group obia na ni kodem say about qualifies na wie. Yenye group phase yeah. We quickly pre-qualifies but say groupings na wie.
We group yenwie yo.
Yes, I know na make say yenye wie and FIFA so betumi treat you as a special case.
They are still
being an engineer.
Qualifies between be abeshim.
And when say no mo ekrebe save FIFA. Imagine say your bobane ebedu say your water ya can say Iran America
no move group ana
omu na World Cup
group da
yeah form ko group but that time na your group face na ne baby a permutation be fa no na ye nim this security you get it and as at now ebia pay the permutation so we qualify can
na Iran for no so they can enye dangerous. So umbetinya fam kunta si baby ya betewi ma jabom.
No, Iran for now.
Oma dangerous.
Omo target enye US.
So many Israel.
Omo target countries omo buy omo US base. Because sa weapons na ombetimi agina wonu say Iran for no. Omo weapon ombetimi ato abadun kwa siase.
Oh Sunday.
Likewise America for but that weapon yento no basa. America for na ato baako. And no year and come to Japan.
Hiroshima.
Yes, after World War II. Agreement omo tiase ne Japan person be nto omko to be sure mas. Enti sa weapon no betimi.
Omo pa.
Weapons no betimi ato free.
Iran check miles mamwe. Ne timi suma bomba.
Yeah, a bit ma so person about Flagstaff house a bit ma but direct.
Na be si ogu.
Sa so le wo omo military or other country omo ye intelligent wo to on so be so wato. No say meeting with him. Until now no me you can say
nana meeting with him nyina.
Yeah. Nana poku ye PR de ma Ghanaian community o UAE. O say message omo tu bebre say ne yeten but omo security intelligence omo intercept o wiem. Nti was a set o wiem na omo to nti e be pai o wiem. Nti mu debris na ina aka na ba be gu omo so. But still anu kra mu pra. E cause some harm. Okay. What you say? Nti no sa nuclear weapons and weapons a bit travel from I can't say Iran to US no omunto because endrun to kwanu level well face bia ne weapon utimi pe sa nuclear weapons and the whole we are by America pen to ba kwa and America force deal metimi gina America ato akọ Iran omunto according to UN treaty and yeah fa war nti gise America for no ekobo basis our countries or more bembe Iran a mbetumi ato sa distance betumi am ato sa weapons akọ Iran what you say nti ama Iran for target is American okay American bases na ben omo so Kuwait Jordan ni we na ho no mo target nti American ka start enyo mo target
we has insensem
the place na make omo case and look abro for the nti omo we player na say pamo terminate contract the obi here be as a footballer dey be ma send be any cause to complain we have this here me say house page omo train put mine it is totally different from page omo boss on normal day and house nko a kotokoro e come as me page be kotokoro train o adago judge any page be omo training omo boss o bapera there's big difference in the place make this concern known to you so one place player no ebe an excuse you provide for the player
nyama players no omo nya excuse and debia me ka say we shouldn't see the team ne say nya nipa once the team ne dey nya nipa a collection and a players ne nipa to always we become a bit humanistically biased in speaking on behalf of the players what you say that hono no mo bo akra it is this same place mo complaining no mo de mo call eko boy omo meba omo bo hono so no yeah the omo call back to Legon no mo bo kama now we say ni nyina no at Europe and elsewhere ye mom what the player needs send be terminate contract in Europe the contract is also said that there's a number of matches so we need any them qualification based out to qualify at the end of the season a bit mama contract and are stable and functional and the one say Tottenham for relegation you bet you be 50%. Manchester United contracting that you see about £250,000 some more qualify for Champions League it is binding man qualifier I'm much champion no to assist krana you deduct so there's performance contracts
the facts are making £250,000 interest between the could not be as a mobile meaning. That's not how it is done. In that process of £250,000
say me know your juma utua me kan the any sem fata bia na dey
and it is true
so the point is even though so betu player nika player begins ka but the can player the be hia dey agent no one provide for the player
it is true but one thing to say also as a player no untimi determine baby emfa nkobo ball when baby ye ball no the competition governing body they are sanctions as a the ball because for all you know players no mobile ho behemo no or yentwa White Hart Lane half more and a more other half what is here empty that Lego pitch no it has been sanctioned by the league body.
Do you think say some pitches be on ma ye bobo so kroma no ma the fact say GFA sanction it say papa na
and no interest but the GFA sanction and the player no work cause to complain
no say the fact say GFA sanction does not make the pitch better
so I know a passionate appeal I know a passionate appeal and to me yes say into yam so o metwe gina so mo
ka so mo
ma mo say nye affect you
no mbo o mo nya de
there be asem we dey want to be menga
no mo nya de
so mo nya excuse bi
ma no na so perform there then you have a cost
on that same field and crop for be show that same field no be the Black Stars about also on un picture that field na so be black that field na enya no ana I can say Ali ne we no ebo that field no be the Black Stars that field no be the free baby aba be show we also field into
say pitch the ball mo we so be shoot a we mu ye Hamza mo no mo kasan say we be shoot we say pitch no kla that's why dem say ball kra wo mo be dant na onye so wo ball
na me mo border
na say pitch we dia
no border
be no person
the argument I'm making say once a boss part order meba me defend it
meba cancel ma o say
me dey say enya at all times and say defend the players
me dey say beti aka so manage
but team last argument team last argument we kwabra obobo kwabra de me hunu bobo ye do akogina de kwabra akogina inform sakasaka park so no abotu wase 1 wabotu wase 1 goals ba edu mebre de akogina aboa se bobo ha na next train wo se baby apantment mi mbo na sakasaka park na nene boas ne info ai
gas nzo ntimi mo and no complain or astro tef so tef na de no complain because ene daso Say that's one. Can I say no? You be any so that's one. Go boy. I
know the astroturf for the natural. Maybe there's cobra. Over to my catch them say you don't go Sakasaka Park wabo. You don't go down boys as baby at
I find Sakasaka
Sakasaka.
Yeah, link to House of Folk dear. I find Sakasaka and find boss. Boss in any way, Nana. What is saying? University of Ghana,
Dabi Sakasaka Omoko a year Omoko recess from the regular season. Sunday special number way.
The point I'm making is the member players no a cause to complain.
But the truth of the matter is that performance they say we division 2 performance after performance then you make a case for other I agree. Put more park next time and now make me say pitch but still their performance is so good. Let the performance rise it. Then we bring the Kotoko into mission. Can players make a case for Kumasi Sports Stadium? And then Sunday the Ombako I can say Santiago Banabama.
Come and find out.
Why may I Jordan the end?
Jordan is 7 of FA Cup bus, but has a winner to winning. It was the hype around it and the joy around it.
Ghana football and Gassao. So bid the $100 million crab ship. Nakotokona has Nima, Stella, Omeka Ghana born a beer. Organizers of tournaments, has no to call free money or Moyama. Once complain. Anna, sir, we Nyama, Poli, new way by because and yes, what I say. In such a mind, ever qualified the house and coming from relegation match so the patch where apart from Kotokone has most smaller teams, more Mompama Kotokone has one or better player, better 2 billion, no train cash. I'm on only be about team of the team.
0200300335 0200300336. Watch over me for now. Watch the watching a will show no so back to a big no neon so baby, Mr. Wapa. Good afternoon, Job.
As the players, I'm going to one for I can tell any of them to Amokabla. But preaching in ya, the Bacho. As I'm watching, no boy, no liberty. The Bacha, liberty, no boy. If I tell them someone on the park and no boss, if we are saying no for Yamon on it, the players are not say, pitch in your pitch bad in you.
Takra. Good afternoon, Joe.
Good afternoon.
What's your dinner? I can say free.
But we did what I'm
just saying, Pacho, trying to clear no being so many.
Madam,
Omaba. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Boss in Pacho, dinner, I can say free.
Me pato me gindi ya fusu me kase free mladan.
Ya fusu ma minti we mpacho.
Na kwabla tika me pato this ya ru wi ama mi hu be akotokoda. Na emo kotoko bo na omo bo ni ati bo omo go na Ghana league na mama ni shona funu yo. O ti bo jipa na wo ja ana funu ente a mu dizabu sha mu ye abrofunu de no mo na Ghana de no mu nya na nyama. First na me bo mo jipa te Ghana de mu nkan wa tam kase ba this ya league de ko na nye. Me se kotoko gani bo.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
That's your boss. We didn't know we free.
I'm about to Deco 1111.
Deco Chanete way.
Okay. And Chelsea, you're Conano. In a moment, English. As I say, you will see yet the Kurana. Get your much back up. And Mr. Layers on Saturday and you play Chelsea, you're beginning morning and management.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pacho dinner we are free.
Yes, I'm wishing one. I could see at the
wishing one Pacho main way.
Look at somewhere at the back of one now, Bonote. I gather me only meet. Only I will sign a new captain. What was the back the next time? I'm
Good afternoon. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Boss and Pacho, your first work as a friend.
Saskon, Yabaku.
Saskon Pacho into way.
Na enjoy show na half the front sense of number the day one. Momo bought your master, Momo bought your man over to get them okay. To some extent, spiritual and net quantity, packing in for spiritual development.
Some
Say,
say
place
in a place in the nation or Mudio how about Tuja.
We are here, I feel able to much. You know, the way I show that spiritual woman, I don't pay class. Don't the spirit to be just with the about you pay the idea. Yes, you're a woman as you. I'm going to say, let me have a moment,
Mate, so cast spiritual, and yes, I drew some wow. The spirit in you, Nubiana. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pacho didn't work as a free.
I bring man Casafi Canada.
Bring man Pacho means here.
What's the house of folk in them? Is there a camera? What's the house of folk? And so on for women to say that's drive on Namtown or Munani Farm Fan. And in fact, house of folk in sense of media, a camera and Yakura and yet only I'm here too.
Okay, Marasin, the Sasko sanity, the spirit in you, no. Who could you not be a once a hand as a home pay on? I know home. Maybe as I know more. Yes, maybe. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Was ordinary a council free.
Kokudian immigration city.
Oh, okay, in Passion Moment.
Oh, yeah, dear, Mamunia. What a 2023 Siamanu to me say, Okoto Chelsea, Abagana. Now, we are Mr. Koto by immigration city. Because if you are born a boy, Mr. Metiato, and Timako by immigration city. Eka Kana Mother say, Midamasi.
Mensumeda sepa onso odiaba wetin afa be 2-3 bia ka wona afi ya soro so ama DM drive jam enso etimi abeto so